Hello, welcome to episode 6 of Meditation with Michael. So previously in episode 1, we've already gone through vagal breathing, and then we went through 4-7-8 breathing, two of your best friends, because it's the breath that connects us to the present moment. Now we've also gone over the center point, so we can keep coming back and letting the body reset itself without trying to control circumstances. We also learn how to change our frequency, basically changing it from maybe an undesirable way of feeling to a desirable one if the moment calls for it. And then also in the last one we went through the true you, so the consciousness behind all these thoughts and emotions and sensations. And I thought a great one for us to do today, as we're still getting used to our practice, is just tapping into the lake meditation, because again that shows us the depth and the stillness below maybe the surface of what we are. Now, I'm already knackered from the week. I've been working out. Willpower, shout out by the way, gave me a new workout session and my body's dying. And then I finished it again doing a caveman at the Transmute Studios where I do my classes and the floating meditation journey. So my surface is absolutely shot. My mind needs a bit of a rest. And the lake meditation is fantastic for just getting into that deep stillness of the consciousness below all. And then, as we always do, we're going to start out, guys, with a little shake. So go on, give it a little shake, get that excess energy out. Any stretches, any yawns, we need to change position, itches, just giving ourselves that permission to get that last little bit of surplus energy out before we go into that meditative state, that alpha brainwave state of non-moving meditation mode. Now, I'm telling everybody that we need to be doing this, but really it's up to you. So you pick if you want to do this, but I like to ritualize the breath. So every time before I go into the meditation, I like to just do a bit of mindful breathing. Generally I'll do 5 minutes. For this one, so we're not just wasting your time going into 10-20 minutes of breathing, we'll just do it for a minute. Now the 4-4-1 is the vagal breathing. That's in for 4 seconds through the nose, out for 4 seconds through the mouth, hold for 1 and repeat. Otherwise, you could do the 4-7-8, what it says on the tin. In for 4 through the nose, hold for 7, out for 8 through the mouth. I've got obviously videos to show you how to do that. Otherwise, you pick your own mindful breathing. So guys, let's just close down the eyes, shutting off the outside world so we can really focus our attention inwards. And for a minute, we're going to do mindful breathing. So feel free to pick vagal, feel free to do 4-7-8 or your own. But now, start that mindful breathing. Show the body that we're going into a state of no action. There's no responsibilities, there's no tasks, nothing to dwell on, just the breath. We're showing the body that if we do mindful breathing, we can't be in a state of survival. There is no busy need energy here, no serious energy. Because if we can do mindful breathing, we must be safe. Everything must be okay. And it's just letting the body know that it's calming it, regulating it, so that we can just relax, dropping the shoulders, allowing any tension to fall from any of the muscles that's been storing that tension on each out breath. Feeling that nourishing in breath, bringing all that goodness to each cell of the body. And just falling deeper and deeper into a more relaxed state of being. We are called human beings after all. So just do a few more cycles of your mindful breathing. Just allowing yourself to melt more into the moment, giving the brain, the body a bit of a rest, a break. And then guys, I want you to just let the breathing go back into its easy rhythm. The body knows what to do. And I want you to change the subject of your focus now. So I want you to picture a tranquil lake. It could be one that you're familiar with, or it could just be whatever arises in your mind's eye. But observe how the water embraces the land as it's held by the earth. and see how the water reflects all its surroundings like a mirror. Even the slightest breeze causes ripples across its surface, carrying leaves and twigs as it does so. The sunlight shines down and sparkles like diamonds. And then the nighttime gets its turn, and the moonlight dances elegantly upon that rippling surface. As winter comes, the lake freezes over, becoming solid on its surface. Yet below, it's teeming with life. So can you open your own mind and heart to be receptive like the lake itself? And being in this receptive manner, the surface of yourself may get disturbed slightly, but the depth remains still and calm. And can you feel the depth of the stillness of the lake within your own self? Really feel that stillness below the rippling surface of your own life. You can even see that this depth of the lake can be disturbed, and therefore the depth becomes obscured. So can you reflect on the flow of your own thoughts, the flow of your own sensations and emotions over time? But they come and go. They're but a fleeting experience, ephemeral moments. But that depth, that stillness, always remains the same, unchanged. Can't be damaged, can't be hurt, can't be threatened. And therefore the lake holds no fear of any other object or being. It flows with these changes. I'm sure you've all had many thoughts and many emotions and many sensations in your own life. I'm sure the external world, it can't help but sometimes overwhelm us and cause ripples. So that stillness, that depth of our own consciousness becomes attached to the situation. So can you tap into that stillness? Whether it's coming to that center, but truly merging with the lake and seeing that just because the surface does get disturbed, it doesn't mean that that won't pass and the stillness won't come back if we just allow it to. So just reflect on that stillness and that depth of the lake below the surface. And see if you can access that reservoir of consciousness without being influenced by the distractions of life around you. And become like the water and go with the flow. For water cannot be broken. It just changes. But only on the surface. And see if you can just bring that serenity into your own being. Just as animals, just as plants, humans can make so much commotion on top, down at the bottom, it's unchanged, unmoving. And that's what this exercise is doing for you. Just like the true you, we're stepping back from these distractions, the distractions of life. And we're just showing ourselves that there's more to us. There's a hidden depth to ourselves, just like there is with the lake. And just because we can't always see it, doesn't mean we can't come back to it. And just allow yourself to exist. No, nothing in nature's rushed, and yet it all gets completed, just as Lao Tzu said. So how much in our life is being caused by our resistance to what is, to our attachment to what we can't bear to let go, rather than trusting in the flow of life, just like the flow of the water that you're now merged with. And you can always return to the depth of your own inner self. Just remember, the lake is a great way to just point us in the right direction again if we ever get lost. When you're ready, guys, come back to the room. So I hope you enjoyed the lake meditation. It's just another one that I wanted to bring in quite near the start of our meditation journey on Meditation with Michael, because it just shows us there is something behind it all. There's something behind them thoughts and emotions, sensations, like we found out in the True You episode. And just that the lake is such a great example of being able to tap into that part of ourselves. So feel free to watch this or try some different ones. I found one that was, I forgot the name of the book, but it was by Dr. John Kabat-Zinn. It's a really nice little meditation. And he was one who first introduced me to the lake meditation. It's quite a nice one. So guys, you know I always appreciate a like, it's the start. So obviously any likes, any shares, anyone who wants to subscribe so that they can be clued up on the next episodes that are coming. You know, feel free, any comments. I'm sure me being at the start means I've got room for improvement. But if you just want to say how much you enjoyed it, that's brilliant too. So yeah, like, shares, subscribes, comments, always appreciated. And I did mention Transmute at the start. There is always meditation classes on a Monday, 7:15 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. and you can always access that online as well if you like. So feel free to direct message me on my Instagram. It's meditationwithmichael91. And then obviously I can't not go and tell you about the floating meditation journey, can I? So just like we were floating with the lake, I actually created my own event where we can be floating in hammocks, the floating part, and we're using meditation, we're using storytelling, and we're using music to take you on a journey of self-discovery, healing, and just give it that fun thematic aspect. This one's called the Solar System, SOULAR. Girlfriend gets credit for that one. Where you're going to be tapping into the spirits of the planets. So there's still a few hammocks left if you want to go and do that one. Otherwise, guys, you know, I'm going to have to love and leave you at some point. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, night, week, whatever it is. Otherwise, peace.